You walk in the door after a long day. Your mind is still running. Your body's tight, and you don't say much. Not because you're mad, not because you don't care. You just don't have anything left. And in your mind, you're doing the right thing. You're staying quiet so you don't snap. You're trying to hold it together. But here's the part most good men never see. What feels like I just need a minute to you feels like something very different to her. In fact, there are 3 specific things she feels in that moment. And that third one, that's the one that quietly damages the relationship over time. Let's be honest about your life for a second. You're carrying a lot. Work, bills, decisions, responsibilities. You don't get a shut off. People depend on you. And by the time you get home, your system isn't calm. It's overloaded. So when you go quiet, that's not distance. That's your system trying to stabilize. But what you're doing to recover might be creating the exact thing you're trying to avoid. Because she's not in your head. She's experiencing you from the outside. And when she tries to connect, and you're quiet or short or not really there, she feels the first thing. Disconnection. Can't reach him. Then something else starts to happen. Self-doubt. Did I do something wrong? Why does he feel so far away? But the third one is the one most men never see. The third thing she feels is alone. Not physically, emotionally. And over time, that feeling turns into something deeper. She stops reaching. She stops sharing. She starts protecting herself. And here's the part most men don't expect. One day, she doesn't ask for you anymore. Not because she stopped needing you, but because she stopped believing you'd be there. Now, there's a reason this hits so deeply. And it's not about being emotional. It's about how we're wired. Researchers like John Bowlby and Sue Johnson found that in relationships, we're constantly asking, are you there for me? But not with words, with signals, tone, eye contact, presence. And when those signals disappear, the brain doesn't read that as neutral. It reads it as threat. So what are you actually creating when you shut down? Distance. John Gottman calls this stonewalling, and it's one of the strongest predictors of relationship breakdown. Not because you're a bad man, but because the connection goes offline. So let's get this right. You're not the problem. Your pattern under pressure is. And the goal isn't to become someone else. It's to stay connected while under load. That's leadership. Remember earlier when we said she stops reaching? Here's why. Connection without response feels like rejection. So what does she actually need? Not more emotion. She needs 3 things. Signal. Hey, I'm a little fried, but I'm here. Predictability. Give me 10 minutes and then I've got you. And re-engagement. You actually come back. That's what builds safety. Not perfection, consistency. Here's something you can use tonight. Call it the 2-minute reconnect. When you walk in the door, pause, look her in the eyes, put a hand on her, and say, long day, but I'm really glad I'm home with you. What you're doing in that moment is telling her nervous system, I'm here, you matter, we're good. And when you look at this through a deeper lens, this is what leadership in a family really is. It's not just providing. It's not just protecting. It's being present. Scripture calls men to love their wives, not just through action, but through attention, care, and presence. That doesn't mean perfect. It means you keep showing up. Now, if this hit home for you, like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. And comment present if you're working on showing up better at home. Because when you shut down, she doesn't just lose your words, she loses you.